Phantom Breaker is, I am to understand, a 2D fighter for the 360. Apparently it was supposed to hit the States in 2012, but just never did. Which makes it kind of strange that we'd get the follow-up, Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds, which takes 4 of the original's characters, chibifies them, and drops them into a side-scrolling beat-em-up that blends the aesthetic of Scott Pilgrim, the stat growth and power management of Guardian Heroes, and the fighting game timing and complexity of Guilty Gear Judgment. And it's adorable. And violent. Adorably violent. So an evil dude named Phantoms kidnapped Mikoto's sister. She's the one with the sword you see in the loading screens, and you, as one of 4 fighters, must save her. Unfortunately, at the end of the first stage, which takes place in Akihabara naturally, you're sapped of your powers and dropped through a rift in space-time to a parallel dimension, which doesn't look all that different, but is full of giant monsters and ticked-off businessmen wielding golf clubs and a dude throwing cakes and creepy otaku wearing cat ears. Okay, maybe it's not too far from Akiba after all, but there's a plot afoot, and you might as well get down to the bottom of it. While regaining your powers, that is. Scattered amongst the enemy shrapnel are gems which grant EXP and can be spent between stages to develop your skill tree or improve base stats. I'm a sucker for any brawler that can incorporate a skill tree, and include my friends via XBLA when they're not in my immediate vicinity. But what makes Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds a worthwhile play is the depth of the fighting itself, which incorporates 3 different strengths of attacks: ranged attacks, ultimate attacks, back attacks, guard pushes, guard breaking, mid-air recovery, really the whole fighting game bit. Just without that stupid turn button from Guilty Gear Isuka. I was able to pick it up quickly and easily, and while the dash attacks may be a titch overpowered, able to lock jerks in a corner for little to no effort, you're still dealing with a metric slew, that's 1.06 Imperial slews, of jerks just falling out of the sky. Don't get me started on these winged things that look like they crawled out of End of Eva. It's frantic action, and I sometimes found myself dashing when I meant to jump, or jumping when I meant to line change, but that's the drawback of any system that packs its controls so densely with commands. Heck, the help menu that explains the various powers available to you is 26 pages long. Which isn't nearly as bad as Beat'em, but let's not press our luck. For the bastard offshoot of a game that just up and vanished like a fart in the wind, Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds is sure to have your fans of highly pixelated anime girls talking, which may or may not be a good thing.